Hi everyone, it's Rax. Yesterday we had some bad news for Diablo 4 in that Adam Jackson has left Blizzard. Well, when it rains it pours. How about we have some more bad news for POE1 today? Jonathan Rogers made an announcement that essentially said that they had pulled a bunch of POE1 resources to help with POE2. They wanted to have the POE1 League in February, and now it's not going to happen. So they need the next major patch to come out for POE2, and then they will need several weeks to make sure that it works. And then the people can go back and finish the POE1 League and release it with no definitive date. So that's the news. A couple comments on this. I will give Grinding Gear Games credit in their transparency. I will give them credit in that it's far better to release something that is done well and done right and to delay it than to just rush it out the door. And I guess it makes sense with POE2 being the new thing that they needed extra resources. They have admitted themselves that they overestimated their abilities and that they're going to allocate it better going forward, and that they are going to give PoE the regular updates, PoE1, I mean, the PoE1 updates that they had promised all of their fans. One thing that I don't know what the right word is, caution or say to Grinding Gear Games, and I would lump myself in this group of people. A lot of people think PoE1 is one of the best ARPGs ever made. And I've played quite a bit of PoE2. I have almost 600 hours in the game, and it came out less than 2 months ago. That just shows you what a degenerate loser I am. So I've played a healthy amount of both games, and they feel different to me, and they play differently, which is, in some ways, I think is actually a good thing for Grinding Gear Games. But people really look forward to these leagues, and it's what Grinding Gear Games was built on. And that promise is really important to players. So I personally am okay with the delay. Not a big deal. It's kind of a shitty time to be an ARPG player. The PoE2 launch in December was exciting, but then the Diablo 4 with no core updates, and then the PoE2 major patch is still not out, and now PoE1 is delayed. You want to know what else this means? If it's not coming out in mid-February and they need to release a major patch, and then they need to wait a couple more weeks, and then the PoE1 League is coming out, that means that it's going to be coming out maybe in April or early May. And I believe that's when Last Epoch was going to have their mega patch they've been working on for almost a year. That's not good for Last Epoch. They've been trying to get out of Diablo and Path of Exile's way as much as they could. Now it looks like they're going to run straight into potentially PoE1. That's not good for EHG either. So we'll see if they're going to pivot based upon what the Path of Exile 1 dates are. All I'm trying to say here is PoE1 is important to a lot of people. I think it's one of the best ARPGs ever. I really hope it gets the updates that Grinding Gear Games has promised and the attention, because there is a chance when it's all said and done, when PoE2 is at full power and fully out, that PoE1 may still be the better game. Ben, one of the best players ever, just released kind of a doom and gloom video about how he doesn't see PoE2 ever being better than Path of Exile 1. But everyone has their own opinion. I don't think it's doom and gloom, but I also agree with a lot of the points that he made, that PoE2, it has a ways to go. Anyway, more bad news here, more delays, but I give them credit, and we'll see what happens. And we keep blasting anyway. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to play D4, especially when there's some core content coming out. I'm still going to play both of the Path of Exiles. We'll probably play Last Epoch when it comes out. Maybe No Rest for the Wicked will have an update. But when it rains, it pours, guys. More bad news. Yikes.